Hi, it's been a minute, I know. I've actually done a pivot away from print on demand. Things just weren't working out. From being unable to make money to pay for my shop fees or even Etsy listing charges, nor the sample to ensure the products were coming out right. I soon began to feel like the Holy Spirit was leading me elsewhere. Print on demand was slowly becoming this great big hurdle I couldn't get over, costing me more than I honestly thought it would have. But truthfully, print on demand wasn't something I truly wanted to do anyway, as I was using this for research purposes and a way to get funds so I could eventually do all this stuff in house. I kind of want the control. I like being able to do the majority of the product making myself. I'm sure I was doing a lot wrong, like my inconsistency in marketing and not really knowing how to connect and build a community. Ultimately, my truest and deepest desire has always been to run and own a stationery business where I also sell drinkware and apparel. I love art and drawing, and it has always been a way I believed I could make products using my natural skills and talents. Print on demand just felt so much more doable and tangible. It just didn't work out. I feel like it's for the best, and I have learned a lot from it and have basically all my files ready to go for when I'm able to do it in house. Will still make apparel and drinkware in the future, likely have my transfer films made somewhere else, but based on my research, it will be a way more affordable option than what I was doing or than buying a UV printer for myself. But still, that's somewhere down the road. Think I'm finally able to accept the losses and let go of that chapter of my business and move forward to the new chapter, the most logical and cost effective way. Focusing on improving my art skills, selling digital products, and opening up some commissions, as I still get to make art and turn it into products. Now, you may be wondering why I didn't think of doing this from the jump, but the truth is, I have. It has always been in the back of my mind, buzzing around like an annoying gnat, and I have made digital products in the past, but they did not sell at all. But I overall will blame my failure to be consistent with marketing, my lack of research, and the fear I held on to about digital products and commissions. It all always felt so big and too scary. I never really had confidence in my skills and abilities to sell and deliver digital products. And when it came to comms, I dealt with a crazy amount of imposter syndrome, just so many silly thoughts and fears like, what if I'm doing this in the wrong format? What if the file type is wrong? What file should I send it in? How will they get it? What if they sell it and claim it as their own? What if I get the resolution size wrong? What if I can't meet the client's expectation? What if, what if, what if, what if? So many silly fears, real but silly, because it was holding me back from something so doable, something so tangible. Also, I went to college for graphic design, so most of these issues I would have known and figured out. On top of that, art has always been something that people have asked me to do for them and pay me for, both in traditional mediums like painting and digitally. I have always been very skilled and gifted when it came to art. Plus, not only did I have or was given everything I would need for this route, they have tons of free courses like Canva, Adobe Fresco, IBS Paint, Blender, and I'm sure there's some more. It's funny I used to tell myself I didn't have imposter syndrome. I told myself I was just focusing on getting a graphic design job because it made more sense. I went to school for it, and I can use it to fund my business. Think I have just been focusing on all the wrong things. I know I said I tried selling digital products in the past, but due to the anxiety and fear I held around them, I just didn't advertise them as I should have. I'm sure no one even saw them. Don't think I even talked about them on any platform, nor did I do any research. Going forward, I'm going to be more consistent in my marketing. For now, I'm saying goodbye to Shopify and potentially Etsy and saying hello to Ko-fi, my new storefront. It's free to open and list your products. I don't think you can integrate print on demand shops here, at least I couldn't figure it out. But print on demand is not for me. It was fun and I loved every sample I got, even the poor ones, as I can repurpose those for when I get my own transfer films. The companies were fun to work with, and I still think print on demand is a good option for someone who has income or money to spend on it and doesn't want the stress of making the products themselves. If it's done right, print on demand can be a good semi passive income stream, as you will still need to market yourself to some degree, and like I said, I learned a lot. Here's what I've learned, or can take away from this. Honestly, I should have started and stayed with Etsy despite the oversaturated market and absurd fees, and not been so eager to have my own separate brand and site. I thought to myself, if I'm going to be doing the majority of the marketing myself, why not get my own platform? I don't recommend getting your own storefront until you have good following, consistent sales, and have a consistent income like a 9 to 5. If I got back into it, I would probably keep it on Etsy, but I still don't think it would be permanent, as I really want to make the products myself. If you are going to do print on demand, it's best to make sure you have enough money for samples, for listing fees if your site requires that, money to pay for your site. Don't quit your day job if you don't have something saved up. Print on demand is not passive income. I would say it's more like semi-passive, as marketing is very important to maximize availability and community connection. I've learned that I absolutely love product design. I've learned that I love having more control over the end product. I've learned that UV DTF is what I would use for my tumblers and mugs, as it ensures a more vibrant print versus using a heat transfer film. I also love the texture. It's like tiny erase stickers on the glass. I would still have someone else print these films for me and just have them delivered in. UV DTF, ultraviolet direct-to film, can only be applied to hard surfaces. It's basically like a sticker. I've learned the difference between DTF and DTG and when it's best to use them. DTG, direct to garment, is breathable, better for big prints as it allows airflow. It has a chance of being more faded or not as saturated, depending on the color of the shirt you are printing on. Direct to the garment means that it is printed directly to the garment. DTF, which is direct to film, means that it is first printed on a film, then applied to a garment. Similar to UV DTF, it's kind of like a sticker. Not as breathable, has bad airflow. If not applied well, it has the potential to pill. So ultimately, from what I've learned, is a DTG, direct to garment, is better for bigger prints or when you're trying to print on a bigger surface, and direct to film is when you're printing in a small surface area or something smaller. Going forward, I will be focusing more on art, making art, and improving my artistic skills. I will also be opening up comms. You can find them on my Ko-fi and in the links in my bio on any platform that I'm on. You can find the comms not listed in my shop and my commission application sheet in the links as well. I do currently have comms open for static emotes if you're interested. Other commissions I plan on opening and am working on setting up are VTuber/anime aesthetic logos and static and animated backgrounds. I will also be listing random digital downloads, even for video animations that I make as I learn Blender, or I animated this. I use transparent videos I created a while back when I was using Adobe After Effects to create these animations. The first one was a mix of Blender and Adobe After Effects. The second one was only After Effects. The art itself for all of these backgrounds was created in Procreate. Other digital downloads you can expect to see are animated and static wallpapers, pre-made emotes, and badges. When it comes to the videos I will be doing in the future, most of them will be me doing drawing process videos, more on the lore for the characters, or my thought process behind them, or the scene, and I'll probably do some how-to videos or how-I videos. My next video will more than likely be about my emote commission and maybe my process. Places you can find me would be on X, Insta, which at this point is just a living portfolio, my Ko-fi, and here on YouTube, and a new platform I found called Substack. Here, I will probably do more in-depth or fleshed out lores, maybe short stories, what I'm working on, maybe some cute pics of things I've cooked or baked, and of course, product launches and shop updates. Overall, Substack would be a great place to catch up and stay updated with me and my journey. So if that sounds like fun and you're interested in seeing what I'm getting up to, I would love it if you would join my newsletter. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like if you found some sort of value in this video. I hope you enjoyed it enough to subscribe and be a part of my community. See you soon!